breathe in, breathe out. Now, that's probably as much time as most people spend thinking about their breathing every day. But for millions of people worldwide with chronic respiratory conditions such as cystic fibrosis, asthma, and COPD, you have to spend a lot more time thinking about your breathing. Respiratory physiotherapy, which consists of breathing exercises, is performed by these people in order to perform various things like removal of mucus from the lungs and strengthening of the respiratory system. Now, currently, positive expiratory pressure, one such exercise, is performed with a device as you see here. It's a piece of plastic with some holes in it. Now, while this is great in terms of its ability to perform the exercise in a medical sense, you'll notice there's very little feedback for the people doing the exercise. Unless you're with a physician, it's very hard to know if you're doing it correctly. Nothing gets recorded. So if you take this home, come back in a few weeks later, it's very hard for the doctors to know if you've done it enough and if you've done it well enough. And also, with cystic fibrosis in particular, many of the people involved are very young. And for them, this is boring. They don't want to be doing this. They can be doing it up to 2 hours every day of their lives, and something like this just doesn't encourage them. So for that, we developed Pepster. Pepster is a 3-part system. It consists of our custom hardware, a suite of applications, which I'll talk about shortly, and a secure cloud server. All the data from these various applications is recorded, sent up to the server, stored and processed, and then fed back to clinicians and the families. So the first application that we created was Pepster Graph. This application was created to mimic how physiotherapists teach people to do these exercises. As you breathe, the red line moves, and your goal is to follow the purple line. It's very simple, it gets the job done, and it gives mountains more feedback than the current system. But our last point, interactivity, is still not tackled here. This is not fun. So for that, we created Pepster Space. So this is the same idea, except as you breathe, your spaceship moves around, you collect stars, and you travel through the universe. Our idea is that you're playing this game, you're doing your exercise, and you don't even realize. But what we came to find pretty quickly is we're not game developers. We built this as a proof of concept, but we realized that there's people out there that can do it better than us. So we built this system so that we can go to people and say, look, you create fantastic games. There are people that really need some help. Why don't you come with us and build some games for these people? So currently, our device is entering a clinical trial at the Mater Children's Hospital, where 36 children will take this device home and use it for 12 weeks. From there, we're going to build the second version of our device. Step 1, wireless. Nobody likes cables anymore. After that, FDA and TGA, and then we're going to start selling. And then, later on, one of the big problems with cystic fibrosis in particular is, due to the high risk of cross-infection, 2 people with cystic fibrosis are never allowed to meet each other. So we want to work social connectivity into our applications so that people with these conditions can share their experience while using our system. So we are HSK Instruments. The team consists of myself, Elliot Smith, Jeremy Herbert, Gavin Cremore, Associate Professor Stephen Wilson, and a growing team of medical and business experts in Brisbane, Australia, and around the world. If I was to summarize Pepster in 2 sentences, firstly, we want to change the way respiratory physiotherapy is done. And secondly, we want to be part of the movement that helps ensure that the future of hospital visits is measured in kilobytes instead of kilometers. So we've got the device with us today. We've got a break after this. If anyone would like to come and see it, please come and talk to me. If you're in the medical space, if you're in the app space, if you know anyone with these respiratory conditions, or you just want to have a chat, please come and talk to me afterwards. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elliot. And now please join with me in welcoming Ken back